Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for Yashahime Season 2, Episode 10, Battle on the New Moon, Part 1. And I thought it was another solid episode. Another solid episode. Yeah, even though it kept on once again, like not like the previous episode, but the other one before that. Yeah, it kept on jumping back and forth with three of the groups, with Sesuna's group, Toa's group, and then Moroha's group. Yeah, I wish it was like more of a we just sit and focus on one group like how it was in the previous episode, like with Sesuna and the other Demon Slayers. But here, we did get some more further establishment on this one though, but I can tolerate it though. But that's a slight nitpick though. But I still think it was a very solid episode. So jumping, I'm gonna start with one group, and I'm gonna head with the other group. Okay. So I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a little bit out of order. So, but I'm gonna just focus on one group. That way it makes it easier. So starting with Setsuna, because this show's it was like two scenes of it. So. With Sesuna, now that the new moon has come, she's now the first. This is the first time we see. This is the first time we see human Setsuna, and as I said before, yeah, her hair didn't change color because figure with her sister it'd be the opposite color with her hair, but that's not the case with Setsuna. But funny thing is though, on the one difference things, her hair grows a lot more longer than it is. So yeah, it's like more like she's sitting down. Like her hair grows a whole lot longer. So that's like okay. That's interesting. Yeah, her hair grows a whole lot more longer than usually does. So I guess when she becomes human, it's like pretty much like the length of given her height though, but like her father Sesshomaru has much longer hair. It goes like down the length there, so I guess you can say it's like that though. But yeah, okay, and I would say that when she becomes human, she's like more. We see the more of the human part of her, like she's like more concerning, and then being more empathy. Well, we saw her being more empathy at the end of the previous episode, which was nice. Be more empathy, yeah, right. And she's like, at first she's like, is this the anxiety that Toa feels when she's like this under the new moon? So she's like kind of experienced the same thing because you know how Setsuna is. Setsuna is when she's always she's been this hard rock, and but here when she's like now like she's feeling more, she's like kind of softened up a bit when she's become human now, which is nice to see that side of her. So. As I see her be more empathetic, and being more soft, because she's even taking some measures, since she's human, she's in danger. So she has Hisui. She asks for Hisui's help, write some stuff down because now there's trouble on the way. So like we get a shot of this Yeti demon, like an abominable snowman type demon, wearing like monk attire, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like a Yeti type of demon wearing like monk clothing, by the name of Yodo, and he has like this little some of these cute little beast, these little snow beasts, and they know they're aware that the daughter of Sesshomaru is there, so the guy is kind of looking forward to that. So, and I like that when he Setsuna has asking for Hisui for help. Like she writes down some things for countermeasures in case if he chooses to use them, and then she starts falling asleep. She really needs to, which is kind of nice to see. So she starts falling asleep, and she does. We have that shot of her where she's like sleeping like this. Like I said, human Setsuna, cute. And then, like the last shot, we see that Yeti demon, Yodo, is like watching from the village from above, planning on his attack though. So that's pretty much it for Setsuna. And now moving with Toa, because I would say I'll get to with Moroha for last. And Yeah, I'm jumping because I want to just tell it as one consistent group, not just jump into one group to another, right? So, but back with Toa now, since now the new moon, she becomes human with her from white to dark hair. Because, yeah, Rion has never seen that before, so, and Riku explains that. And then as they're walking, you get this nice conversation with them, with Riku and Rion, like how, like how we know that Riku has been made from Kirimaru, right? And it was like how and is asking, he's saying, "Oh, I look young for my age, do I?" Because how despite he's being young though, but he's like over pretty much 600 no, not 600 years because he was created before then. Like 200 years. He was around the time when Toga died, and actually it was 600 years because that's when he lost his horn. And Rion's explained to Toa that he has like the same memories of her father. Interesting, because it makes sense because he was part of Kirimaru's body. So it explains he was that part of that horn that he got cut off. That's where he was created from. and Riku and Toa's like, all right. And even though Riku was like, want to apologize, for all this stuff though, but I like what Toa's like, you know what? It doesn't matter though. You're you basically. You're Riku. You're yourself. So like Toa's not all shocked or complaining about it. She's like, you know what? You're you, which is kind of nice. And we go with that on that track. We go back with Zero, who's now with that one demon that has those black teeth called named Nanahoshi. Which is kind of interesting how the way where the location where she's at his place is kind of like that. I'm not saying a weird filter to it, but it's like I don't know how to explain how the way this where she's at his place. It's like this sort of weird filter type thing. I don't know how to explain it, but it is kind of interesting because it's probably given the location where they're at though. But it is kind of an interesting animation for this type of location where she's at. So she rips apart this piece of paper. Summons like some what we call lantern butterflies, or like glowing butterflies come up, and goes off. And even Nanahoshi is saying, why don't you put the rainbow pearls, who are still hovering around her, why don't you put the rainbow pearls back in your eye, back into yourself, that way you have greater power. And I think that it's because which he explains, is because the rainbow pearls have some trivial memories, especially with the gold, silver, and red rainbow pearl, because they were all in possessions of our three trio. Especially she's quite interested in the silver pearl because it belongs to Toa, and especially she's more particular on that one because that has like a lot more memories. So yeah, even though basically in worst case scenario when it comes, she'll eventually do that. If it comes to that, she will use that as her own power, as a greater power. But as of right now, she doesn't want to do it because basically her pearls have been tainted by the memories of Moroha, Toa, and Setsuna. Specifically Toa, because that's why she was holding the silver one specifically. She was more fascinated with that one. And so eventually the dream butterflies. That's been a running thing. That's the only butterfly we're talking about. But these glowing butterflies, which are called lantern butterflies, they find Toa, Riku, and Rion. And given that the Toa she's human right now, she can't use her demon powers. So you get you get a nice thing with Riku. Since it looks like it looks like he still can't see, but he's able to business with his earring though. Although that's still not explained though. I'd love to hear an explanation about the power of his earring. He swipes him. Cool. Riku is still a badass. Nice to see that. I give plus on that. But thing is though, when he sees the paper that's been cut, he sees the reflection of Zero on a red filter on the paper, and then it creates he knows something that was wrong, so he tells them to get back, but it's too late. The seal has been circled around Toa, and Toa pushes Rion out of the way, so Toa is caught up and she gets teleported to Zero's location, and now Zero now sees human Toa, and then now she tells Yanahoshi, "Feel free to do what you need to do." So yeah, now we know how Toa's gonna be out of this, since she's human, she can't fight basically, and now she's exposed her secret. Her secret to now is now in front of Zero. She's seeing that she's now human now. But if it happens in the next episode in part 2, it's like a running thing, you know. It's always gonna come down to the wire. Same thing with Setsuna when she gets attacked by that Yeti demon. It's like the same thing with Inuyasha, you know. When it comes down to the exact wire. Oh, I saw it because I thought I heard something. That, of course, it's my dog barking. Of course, she's always swimming outside. So yeah, as I was saying, it's always a running thing when it comes down to the wire. And just right when the sun comes up, that's when they get their powers back. It's always a running trend thing. Same thing with Inuyasha. You know, with his his human form. Every time when something close is gonna happen, the sun comes up, and then that's when they get their powers back. I'm so sure it's gonna apply to the same thing right there when Setsuna and Toa. So that is a kind of a predictable thing, I would say. But I like how it ends with Toa because she's now exposed to Zero now because now she's human now. So yeah, so that's that part for end with Toa's part. Now again with now the main focus here with Moroha now. Now that Moroha is now awake now. They're going back to the island, and that's how Takachiyo, how he was used to be like the leader of the clan, but he basically didn't agree with that elder raccoon dog Shogun. So, and we get a flashback with Takachiyo that he put a curse on him, but we don't know what kind of curse that was though. Sadly, didn't get explained though. But because by the time he says that. The next thing he's lifted that curse off thanks to Moroku. Moroku freed him from that curse, and that's when we get back to this. And this is how all the way back when in the first season with Kyuki, the dream gazing trap, how it showed when Moroha saw Takashiyo's memory, when Moroku dropped him off at Jubei, the corpse dealer. That gets explained here. So after that curse, Moroku wanted to move him to a safe location, so that's how he dropped him off at the corpse dealer Jubei. Okay, but although I want to know what kind of curse that was put on him, but that isn't explained though. But that's explains how he ended up at the corpse dealer Jubei though, thanks to Moroku. And they're trying to figure out how to get in there because. Now with that spirit raccoon dog, the full moon raccoon dog spirit, you can say, and to deal with that Shogun, the elder Shogun, because Moroha needs to get her bow and arrows back. So, but she makes a hand glider because that's like typical of Moroha, she's making a hand glider, and she explained it to Hachi, and Takashi was like, "Oh, I saw this thing called a TV from the other world." And it was like, I think this guy called a Phantom Thief used it. She must have saw something from a TV show. So yeah, and explains and Hachi explains how that spirit got sealed away thanks to her parents Kagome and Inuyasha. And since Moroha didn't know about her parents, Hachi explained your mom Kagome had her spirit power was out of this world. She was very powerful. So now, even Takachiyo wants to hear the story, and which he does. Yeah, so this is an explanation of how the elder got that scar on his face because he wants revenge for all you scarred me up, and how that spirit got sealed away. So, yeah, we'll get an explanation right here from the previous episode. So, okay, I'm running out of breath here because I'm talking a lot, but it shows that the previous leader died, and of course that elder Shogun is an asshole basically. He isn't. Well, I'm not saying he isn't. He is an asshole. He's like a politician because he's your taxes are gonna get raised and all that stuff. which I know the demons had to pay taxes. Hey, so I guess even in this world, demons have to pay taxes. No different from the humans, so yeah, even demons had to pay taxes. Oh, sorry about that. I actually hit my remote. Almost playing my TV show that I was watching right there. So, if you heard that little beep sound, that was from my TV. Because I accidentally hit my remote. But, anyway, I was saying, we see Songo Kagome come in, you know, in just basically disguise, but but then they know who but then the jig is up. They pull a Team Rocket where all of a sudden they're all, when the disguise is closed, you know, Team Rocket when they're always in disguise and they do this, and they're always automatically in their clothes without changing their clothes, you know, but they pull a Team Rocket like that. Now they're in their full attire. And then Yashahime Moroku's there, and Hachi's there. Although sadly, still no Shippo. I'm sure people who watch this episode, I'm sure people are fans are probably asking, where is Shippo? Where is Shippo? He should have been there, you know. If you have our original gang, right? Where is Shippo? I'm sure that's the exact thing that people are going to say. Where is Shippo? Almost halfway through this second season, still no explanation. He has not been seen since the first episode of the first season. Not that I'm complaining though, even though I like Shippo though, but I'm not gonna full complain because it is what it is. I mean, he's probably not gonna show up until like for all I know, he's not gonna show up until like the last episode, and they're probably not gonna. But I'm sure they'll probably get some half-baked explanation why he's been gone this whole freaking time, with no explanation at all. But since that, I'm just saying that because I'm sure people who are fans are sure going to be asking the same question. If our gang is here, where is Shippo? No explanation still. But I'm just pulling what people are going to say, not what I'm saying, because I already knew he was from the preview I just talked about. He's not in it, so I'm not going to complain about it. But like I said, I'm just saying what people are going to react to. But then I guess how that asshole Elder Shogun, how he got the scar on his head because Inuyasha used the wind scar. Apparently that didn't kill him. It just boop, nicked him on the head. Okay. It's like, oh, you scarred me. Boo freaking who, you dumbass. The Elder Shogun I'm talking about. Boo freaking who. And then that's when that spirit comes out, and even though Hachi said that he doesn't want Kagome to purify, you just need to seal him away. Oh, and really quick with Moroku, like the elder used a trick to make these projections of these beautiful women surrounding Moroku. Of course, trying to be seduced by them, but and Inuyasha has that look on his face. Same with especially Sango. That is still funny. It's still nice that there's still Sango being jealous of all these women around Moroku. You know, by the time they're married though, but still. And he's like, Moroku, he's trying to resist it, but he actually does. He actually uses his talismans, and he just pulls this cool move around the elder and the spirit, you know. He tosses all these talismans and goes around and around them. That's a cool move. Although I was wondering when did he use that in the previous show, but I guess he's still learning, I guess. I don't know. But still, it's a cool move. And then that's when Hachi's telling Kagome, don't purify the spirit, just seal him away. And you got that eyeball that paralyzed Moroha shooting at them, and the spirit is on top of the thing, the rock tower, you can say. And then she uses her spirit arrows, which kind of like... It kind of like basically is like the heavenly arrow barrage that Moroha used because it shoots multiple arrows down. It's kind of like that, but it's actually that sealing spell. You know what Kikyo used when she sealed Rude Head away, or when she put Inuyasha to sleep. But that's a different kind of sealing spell though. But it's like it's the same thing with Rude Head. Sealed him away. What Kikyo used. It's kind of the same thing here. And it was nice to see that Kagome's her spirit power has improved. She can do that now. see that Kagome, her spirit power has improved, so now she can do that spirit sealing power, you could say. So, which kind of similar to Heavenly Arrow Barrage, and seals that spirit away into a painting, and they put a thing there to keep it sealed. But then when a storm hit, and that elder who got away, he comes back, gets it, and that's how the whole thing started. So. And now he's using Takachiyo's little brother to become the next leader of the clan. Basically, you use him as a puppet, basically. That's what he's doing. Using Takachiyo's little brother. And then it ends with both Takachiyo and Hachi in their flying forms, you can say. Using Moroha use the hang glider tying to them to fly. And they're going in, but they get caught in that wind draft, and they're being dragged along with Moroha. So yeah, but this is the typical thing with Moroha, you know. And like I said, I love Moroha. I love Moroha. So, because that is kind of a typical thing with her. So yeah. And that's basically it for that part. And like I said, jumping over how it ends with Toa being caught by Zero, though. But yeah, Battle on the New Moon Part 1. It was still a very solid episode. I still enjoyed it. Really enjoyable, solid episode. Zero now knows of Toa's New Moon human form. And it's nice. It's a human Setsuna now being on exposure of danger. She falls asleep, but still being cute at the same time. Seeing her form like makes her hair longer, and it's showing her more of a human emotion. You know, being more softened up, basically, but still trying to be prepared. You know, okay, like I said, what she gave to Hisui. So on the lookout for that Yeti demon. It was great in that flashback. You see our original gang, minus Shippo, people are saying, and seeing that Kagome has her powers improved with that sealing power, and it was great. You know, it was funny to see with that Moroku's thing with the women again, and Sango's face, you know, that jealousy face again, and Moroku had a badass with that spitting talisman power he used. But it was over. I still enjoy the flashback. You know, I still enjoyed it. Solid episode. Now this is why to see how when the whole thing is going to be. Well, I'll talk about it in the next preview discussion. So, but I got the next episode of Great Yashahime I need to talk about though after this. But after that, then I'll get to the preview discussion, discussing part 2 of Battle of the New Moon. But overall, still a solid episode. I enjoyed it. There's a way to see how part 2 happens. Well, I'll discuss in the preview though, the next preview discussion. But yeah, still solid episode. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode review of Great Yashahime, and we'll see you later.